So, just like many people that watch this episode, I've after watching this episode, I feel like it was just like chill day, pretty much like a chill episode. Like after the whole chaos with you the first part of the exam, we just see each character that is advancing um to the second part of the exam. We just see their perspective of what they're doing. Um, Not only to prepare, because some people like don't prepare, but we just see them like in their kind of natural habitat, like having dinner or something, with their party members. And then the first exam, and we just kind of see everyone's point of view of what they're doing right after, and then we see, well, we get to see, the the exam, like the exam invitation, for the second exam, and we get the date, we get the time and location, and then we get the examiner, pretty much the person who hosts it, who's in charge of it, and it's this little girl. Her name is Sense, and one of the things that interests me was that Lorraine, I believe that's her name, but she said when she heard Sense's name, she was like, "Oh, it's such a pity because we passed the first exam," and she further explains that you know um in her instances in her career, she hosted four exams, and in each of them, four um four exams she held, and in each of them, like, no one passed. Like, that's how hard, that's how hardcore her exam is, and I'm also concerned of what we saw last episode because um you know, she said, despite what she said about being like a pacifist herself, even the guy that set up the exam won the battle royale. Even he says, you're cruel, or it's cruel. This exam is cruel because he knows. And to this sense, says he's a pacifist. So I just wonder what would make specifically him say it's cruel when he set the first exam as it was a magic battle royale. So it really gets me interested on what uh she's planning. Like, why is it so cruel? And that's why I come to the. This is why I talk about the trailer that we got. I believe it was released a couple minutes before this episode came out, and it was basically like a sneak preview of the second exam and what we're gonna see, pretty much. And like I expected, we saw the same thing that we saw with the first trailer of the first exam. And that was like, it was like a battle royale format if you saw it. And the difference is like, um it seems like this time there's different teams this time, but I guess we'll see how that whole thing works. But where I want to get to was this. I want to talk more about the second exam, and yeah, it just seems from a perspectively, I mean, the animation is so cool and everything, and I'm really excited to see the second exam. And it just gets me thinking, like, what if this exam is um more than we think? Well, not that we think. But yeah, more to it than meets the eye, pretty much. And like we saw, we already got kind of clues what it might be. Um, we did see like that this location of the exam is, and it looks like some old. It looks like one of those old temples from Rome. The ones you saw probably in your history class in high school. But it seems like a old like structure, an ancient structure, pretty much. So I do wonder what that place holds, like what kind of significance it holds to sense, and just overall what the true objective is. Because we did get a brief moment. We saw what they were, at least in the beginning. We saw kind of like what they were doing in the cave in. One of the things that I saw was it was three different people this time that were paired up, and they went into this cave. So I feel like the real objective is this game is like to retrieve something, but this time there's gonna be, like the first exam, there's gonna be limited things that one person can do. There's gonna be limited supply of this thing that they have to collect, and um she's probably not gonna mention it, but it's kind of, you know not explained but shown that um there will be killing in this exam. That's why it's like so cruel or whatever. Like any kind of violence or whatever is allowed. I guess that's what makes it kind of cruel. But overall, yeah, I'm pretty not much to this episode. I really enjoyed just to see like the downtime of our main character before they enter exam number 2. But we also would like to see like not only the perspective of our main group, but we also see the perspective of the other examinees, other groups that are also taking the exam as well. Like we saw the perspective of the green haired girl, and then just other groups like the just other groups that are taking exam number 2. So that was a cool thing to see. Overall, I just think this episode was cool just to see some downtime before the chaos, before it gets really crazy. And moving on to the trailer, I think it was pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited for the overarching story, but from what I saw, those fight scenes were pretty cool. And since I guess violence in this exam is gonna be like practical, like anyone can kill anyone, I'm guessing that there's gonna be a lot more skirmishes, more battles that we see. Cause it's also I don't know how big the place is, but I'm guessing it's like pretty confined. So I'm guessing like it'll be easier for people to encounter one another, because it's not like you're going in like separate jungles or whatever. Like you're literally going through the same entrance, and you're not going into a jungle, you're going into a confined space. And I wonder if like once they're in that space, what makes this exam cruel is that like maybe like once I can see like maybe once they're in there, like what if like sense plays with the building where like the structure changes. Like I don't know if you guys have seen about this one episode of Black Clover. It's like where the building like change like by itself. It like changes like like where each hall and room is. Like it's like a jigsaw puzzle, like always changes. Like different pieces go here and that. So I wonder if that's what makes it more tricky. So if that is the case or whatever, I do have my suspicions on like who will prevail. I was right about the first exam where frieren will prevail, and she was one of the examinees. But I do wonder now with like battling in a confined space and all that. I just and there's like this time there's killing allowed, so I wonder like who who um who is gonna lose their life that we know, because we basically know everyone that's taking exam number 2. So I wonder how that whole thing's gonna go. And yeah, I just think that it's gonna be cool. There's gonna be a lot of battle scenes because uh like I said, it's in a confined space, and there's actually like I said, that green hair girl, like she's a killer, I guess. Like she clearly has no calm, whatever, about killing another person. So like she has no problem with it. So it's easy for her. So to her, the exam would be like you know a hunt, uh, hunt party, I guess. Where I guess her objective, instead of like trying to find or pass the second exam or whatever, I have a feeling that her main objective will be to just take out the competition and to make sure that she's the only one. But once again, that's just speculation. But I wouldn't really you know bet against it, I guess. But overall, I really liked this episode. I really enjoyed the trailer. A lot of exciting scenes that you can anticipate for the in this second exam. And yeah, it'll just be very interesting. But once again, I enjoyed this episode and can't wait for the second exam to begin. But I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.